Welcome back, I'm Wavepunk, and this is day 49 of producing for a year. Today, I'm figuring out the risers at the end of this build section we've been working on for the past few days. We're back in our Psytrance boss fight track, and I like the current riser where it begins, but it's too short. It ends too early, and I don't want to take the time to figure out how to stretch it. I'm not even sure I would like it if I did. So instead, we're going to try stacking riser sounds and see how that turns out. The first one we pulled sounded like this. There's a big drop of energy in between the two peaks of those risers, but I was expecting that. And the idea now is to add enough little peaks in between so it doesn't really sound like a loss in energy. So the next one I found had this cool little like radio static at the end. And I thought this could work well to kind of play up to that pinnacle moment and then actually have that static sound happen after. I kind of like that. I think that'll help us transition to where we're going next. The next one we find has a more kind of gentle tail at the end. So instead of it kind of building one whoosh, and then just stopping, it actually has kind of a little bit off, which I think is perfect for blending all of our sounds together. Now, before we could find out what this sound sounded like in the arrangement, the power in my house went out. Woohoo! Good fun time. They'd been working on the power lines around our house all day, so the power had basically been out for the entire day, which is part of why I'd waited till so late in the day to work on this project. I wanted to work on the full setup, but I thought they'd be done at 5, and no, here we were at like 7, and the power was still going out. So then I had to figure out how to make the whole video work. Luckily, with the laptop being battery powered, I actually was able to, they didn't stop recording. So I did get up and running pretty quickly. After we got everything set back up, it sounded like this. There's still a bit of space. You can kind of hear the drops-offs happening still, so we go hunting for more, and I find this white noise riser, and I realize I could have this kind of start at any point in its sweep because it's kind of just this big rising noise the entire time with no increase in volume. And I could have it start where that initial sound that I like so much that I'm having to stack new things on to make up for the fact that it's too short. I could have this start where that stops kind of in its frequency sweep, and it'll kind of just sound like it keeps going, sort of. I think it'll work. Okay, I think that works pretty well. It's a massive improvement on what we had at the start of the day. The last thing I'm going to do today is add some notes to the melody to help set up that final soaring note. We have this right now, just kind of, this is one note just coming through real strong at the top, but I want to have kind of a bum up to it. I hope I'm singing in the right key. Anyways, I put them in, it sounded like this. The drop's really starting to come together. Love it. A good quick day of work here in the dark. See you tomorrow.